Oh, that was you.
That was me.
I was like, who's this guy? Who does he think he is dancing around on that staircase?
You'll find out.
I did. Oh, I glitched. You know when it rubs you around the screen all over the place? It moved me into a mine far away from me. You know when it teleports you, sort of?
I got teleported to the ground once or twice.
Well, it's more of a glitch. It's not like
Yeah.
the game acting buggy. Oh, come on. Let me have that base.
Oh, shit. What the hell?
Alright, I have to,
He's perfect. We're gonna need a flight. Help your business take off with American Express Business Platinum. Earn a 150,000 membership rewards points welcome offer.
Oh, I mean, I'm getting killed by other players. No. The mines. I'm trying to be an engineer. I keep getting killed by people triggering the mines before I could defuse them.
Looking for remote work? You're not alone. More than a quarter of all US jobs are now at least partially remote. In this video, we'll show you a few tricks to find a remote role that works for your life. If you don't have a specific role in mind, but you know you want to work from home,
Oh, that AI almost killed me with your mine.
remote in the what search box and leave the where box blank.
Shocked if someone
You can
was
also
to.
list your location, which limits your remote job search to local roles. What do you do if you're confident that you only want fully remote jobs? You can add that designation or other work setting choices to your job preferences in your Indeed profile.
Ah, I tried to get to one.
You'll start seeing those fully remote
Or
jobs
whatever
recommended in
base
your
that
job
is.
feed.
Couldn't compete. Where is everybody? That's sad. I got survivalist. I'm the traitor.
Uh-oh.
I was an engineer. It's not my fault. I mean, maybe at the beginning when I had mines, maybe that's when I tried. Oh, I think you got all the crap players now on your team. I rotated all the players you played with me now. You got all the garbage people now. I had them last time, it's your turn this time. You blew up the ammo droid. If nobody can have it, if you can't have it, nobody can.
That's a good idea. That's right.
Give me that. I need it.
I went to grab this guy and choke him.
Oh, what? Somebody threw Princess Leia back at me, now I'm forced with her. Did everyone say no on the team? Is that what happens if everyone says no? It just gets thrown back at you. Oh no, I don't have any more ammo. I hate Princess Leia. I'm bad. I don't think she's good in a close range fight. Close quarter fight.
She's outnumbered. She sucks.
Well, I mean, and it's also sad because it's her map, though. Like, you know, movie-wise.
You know how to use her on this girl. She does kind of work. You gotta camp the hallways like long range. You can't really push close range fighting with it.
Listen, can we talk about this?
Last time I went to choke 7 days, it had no effect on me.
Martian Man is taking one, or I think that's his name. Yes! I got so lucky. Oh! AI. I threw that mine a split second before you start force choking me. I mean, you even had me in the grip. That's how quickly.
Yeah. Well, I was actually trying to grab that engineer, but I grabbed you instead. It's kind of unfair. But you got a mine out fast enough. I had to try and push and take a base. You know, I couldn't just camp in there any longer. Lap was just gonna. There's no way we were gonna win.
I think that's a bad idea to take base 6. I think it's better to take all the bases, whoever took 6. Wait, are you a clone or droids? Yeah. Their idea of taking that base, I think, is a bad idea. The 6 is like a death trap, basically. Oh, yeah. Engineer shotgun.
On a road trip just around town, driving a car you can afford is more important than ever. At Pyramid Federal Credit Union, our one-rate auto loan is for everyone. One Rate offers a single, competitive rate no matter your credit score. You can borrow better with Pyramid. For details or to apply online, visit pyramidfcu.com/OneRate. Pyramid Federal Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender, federally insured by NCUA.
How do you do that? I just did it where Obi-Wan throws his lightsaber, but like it kind of stays on place twirling. Is there a trick to do that, or does that just happen randomly?
That just happens randomly. It's hilarious.
The date was October 6, 1973, Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the Jewish year. Synagogues in Israel were filled with Jews fasting and praying. Then, at precisely 2 p.m., air raid sirens started to blare. The prayers stopped. In their place,
There's this company, they're all over YouTube, and it's the worst thing, and they're trying to sell education things, tell revision history. They're basically saying, like, and they pay actors too. Like, there's black people like, yeah, I was trying to destroy them. Then I realized after listening to their education things that they were in the right, you know. It's this thing called PragerU. It's the worst thing ever. And of course, they're all Trump supporters. They're all like, oh wow, they had a guy named Jack Gansey, and he had 1 death. He didn't do anything. But that wasn't fair. They actually fought pretty good for being outnumbered. Aww. That didn't go well. That we really messed up that one.
With discounts at restaurants and hotels. Staying in? Check out AARP Movies for Grown-Ups. And take advantage of AARP's financial and job resources, information on fraud protection, and social security planning. Join today.
There are 15 new jobs added to Indeed every second. So how do you sift through so many jobs to find the right one for you? Do you want a remote job? Are you only interested in a specific work schedule? What licenses do you hold? Indeed uses this information to match you with new opportunities. And after you add your qualifications and job preferences, your search results become more tailored, and your job feed will
We
become more
are doing
personalized.
terrible.
How?
I was just me and
Notice
7
that you'll
does,
start
that's
to
fine.
see labels on job posts. If your preferences or qualifications match the job, you'll see a check mark. If they don't, you'll see a straight through symbol. And if information is missing, you'll see a question mark. This makes it quick and easy to know which jobs to click and apply to. These indicators work for your minimum base pay preference too. So before you go through the application and interview process, you can see if a job salary meets your needs.
7 does, I need you to help me take bases. Oh wait, you're on our team? Okay.
Oh, you got me. You fucking died somehow. I should have had spawn visibility.
Man, they really need to fix the hit marker. I just hit it engineered 3 times with the rocket and it did nothing. That's sad.
It's like when I hit that AG twice with the border and it still got life.
Wow, I just smacked the AI. Yeah, again. That's terrible. I'm gonna give up on solo. Get over here. What? I'm in a tank. Check this out. And I'm super blasting this guy. And it didn't kill him at all. Alright, I'm gonna watch that base.
At Denny's, all-day diner deals value menu starts at $5.99. From big breakfast deals like the Super Sunday to all-you-can-eat pancakes and more. There's a booth ready for you with delicious value all day long with the all-day diner deals only at Denny's.
Pets, they like to go get it. Pet parents, they like to get it delivered. Thankfully, with AutoShip from Chewy Pharmacy, getting your pet meds delivered on time, every time, is automatic. And when you're away, it's easy to change or pause AutoShip. It's the easy way to get your pet's prescriptions. Plus, get 35% off your first AutoShip order at Chewy Pharmacy.
What? 7? AI? This is lovely.
There's our chance. We could turn it around if we keep him trapped there. Shoot. Oh, somebody got me good. I don't know who it was, but I was being stupid with the tank.
He's watching me from... I was just killing stuff.
Off the cliff! Dude, one of his players quit. I think they had one other one. I don't blame him. They're gonna take a break though. Not enough people now.
I might check this.
Well, I want to fill out those forms for my job. He sent it today, and I want to be on top of it.
El Camino. Oh, actually, these are really funny. easy. Straight line.
Check out my song Close to You on YouTube, or we're a one-stop shop.
Oh man. Get wrecked. Oh, that's sent them straight up, man. Get wrecked, baby. Oh, I hit the armor, dude. Oh, it's just the seconds. Sink. Oh, yeah, get wrecked. If I had a fucking rocket for him. That exploded on his body, man. This guy's fucking sick. Steal the base. What's up, man? Let's see, this guy's really shook up.
With the Amex Gold Card, you get rewarded for discovering new favorites. From the hottest hot pot to a new twist on classic Brazilian, or satisfying your sweet tooth. Experience it all while earning 4 times membership rewards points at restaurants worldwide. Plus, you can get up to $100 back annually when you pay with the Gold Card to dine at U.S. Resi restaurants.
3 guys after 1 guy.
Dining experiences with Amex Gold.
Yeah. Spaces.
My Geico motorcycle policy can cover my home. So if it gets damaged, they'll replace it. I'm on cloud 9.
Okay. Oh shit, this is bad one. Yeah. Still got you.
Alright. What is today? Friday? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days. Wicked boys back there, dude. This is sky chase. Jump over. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah, man. Oh, I fucking bumped into that thing. Yeah, I bumped into the second time too. No, for some reason. Usually doesn't get in the way like that. Like 2 inches.
Growing up, I was fascinated with computers, but stay 3 nights, get 10,000 bonus points at Best Western.
Snuck up on that. Thought it was a jet trooper man when he came in. Oh yeah, get wrecked. Teach you the last teeth. Oh, come on, man. Can you jump here? Some more. Oh, that was a very close one. There you go. Yeah.
Hello? What's going on, madame? I'm just filling out paperwork for that job offer I got. I went to a doctor appointment today for my yearly physical. And it was all good.
Oh, what's going on, huh?
Do you like that Final Fantasy is it Rebirth? Is it? I want to actually, just for fun, look at the trailer for it.
There's like the original game, they added it to PS5. It's like from 19.
Oh yeah, the mesh streams.
Wow.
Like, I really enjoyed it.
I have never played that game called Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm kind of interested. Enter the ruins of Freddy's Fazbear Mega Pizzaplex in the free story DLC. I want to play this game, Five Nights at Freddy's. I've seen it for several years on commercials and stuff. But that's a game for another time. Final Fantasy.
Extreme Wrestling Junkasai.
Let's see. Rebirth. Oh, the only thing though, when I was at the doctor, I was telling her that my wisdom teeth totally need to come out. And like the dentist I went to is kind of I don't know, he's kind of being greedy. He didn't want to take my insurance. It's not that they don't take that insurance, but he didn't want to. It felt like he didn't want to use it for wisdom teeth extraction. He was like, "Oh, it's not an emergency right now. It looks like you have a cyst." I'm like, "It hurts. It's not a cyst. It feels like my teeth is small in there." So he put me on a wait list.
I gotta go.
I don't know. It's weird. There's some weirdness with the my insurance, and they rather me just pay for the whole thing out of pocket. That's what I think he's trying to do. Kind of shady. Dang, there are so many Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy Type 0, Final Fantasy 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Final Fantasy 9. There's some weird ones I've never heard of. Final Fantasy 15 episode Gladius. I had no idea how many I knew there was a bunch of Final Fantasies, but not this many.
Why was Amanda trying to hit on me? Easy now.
She's alright.
Forbidden Door? No, I mean all in.
All in. End of this month.
I think
Danielson is hired. Big build up there, man.
I ain't going to I just started my
I don't think that game is on the PS4. I don't even see it.
You know he is like he loves to take care of stuff.
I mean, there's so many Final Fantasies to go through here, but
I don't know. That's the that's what you're used to. And the alcohol bar.
Oh, it's so close.
oh. Looks like I'll have to look it up on YouTube. Square Enix.
A reunion when worlds merge. Good, Aaron. Great. What happened in this place?
The world's ending. That's what everyone's saying.
Aaron!
Okay, you want to see this?
I'm watching the trailer for it actually. Whoa, this does look really cool. This looks very Kingdom Hearts in a different way.
Shit, monedas, man. Oh, you weren't playing with me. Shit. Where's my other place, man?
Whatever happens, I'm here for you.
I actually have always wanted to cosplay as Cloud,
Oh,
but I never got motivated. I'd have to get like a big old sword, of course made out of plastic, because I couldn't actually carry something that huge and heavy. What is black materia? Materia. Black Materia. Wait, no. Is a hip hop album by Mega Ran. Let me rephrase that. Final Fantasy.
Sorry, but
Black Materia is a powerful item that requires a large amount of Mako energy to use, which has a casting. In the original game, setting the both search for the files.
of course. Shit. You're not busy.
Like, have you seen the, I kind of have an ideal, not really of the characters. I've seen the anime of, well, it's not an anime, it's like a digital anime of, 3D anime of Final Fantasy or something. And it's something about some sickness or some alien whatever thing that came to their planet. I don't know.
Oh, it's 2 inches. Oh, he rolls fucking right by it. Like, I don't know how I miss. Yeah. It's too bad.
So close.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Final Fantasy Theory. I really hope you enjoyed the first game. Today's theory, Nova, none other than
Cookie, come join us in there.
What?
Come join us in there. It's a backup.
I don't think so, Megadeth. I'm looking up important stuff about Final Fantasy. And I should be filling out that paperwork for my job. Alright. I am going down a rabbit hole. I need to get back on focus. Bill paperwork. I mean, I just got it today, but I want to get it done. Jeez, we've had so many emails.
how close that is, man. The fact that they went through his body. Like, I don't know how I can hit these other guys. Fucking miss this guy. Bandizo, what the fuck you looking at me for? Oh, this guy right in front of us, man. I think I took a shot at him. Bandizo just walked right up, and disappeared.
Did you say loser? Is loser?
Yuzu.
Yeah, they're actually playing.
Yuzu?
Oh, I thought you said loser.
I said Yuzu.
Loser.
It's his team against fucking all of us public players. They got Yuzu, Titty, and Mike Galaxy. It's all the clan members against us public players. If we stick together as a team, we can beat them. I got Banduzo and Polywalk against Titty, Mike Galaxy, and Yuzu. The fuck? This guy's back there smoking. It's totally a Titty turn. Where did he go? Oh, it's not getting me killed, but it's worth a shot. Oh, it's working.
Download. Do I want direct deposit? Yes, I do. Okay, and this is the new. Scully, have you ever seen the TV series called Last Man on Earth? Oh, you have to see it. It's on, I'm rewatching. I've seen the whole series. It's 4 seasons. But it's so funny. When I first watched it, I actually had to turn it off. because I was laughing so hard, I couldn't take it anymore. It was just so stupid and funny. It's on, I'll send you a message with it so you can look it up. But it's, somebody I know is in the hospital and I was sending them something to cheer them up, but it's on, Hulu, Prime Video, Apple TV. It's on 4 different ones. I think Prime Video, maybe it's included if you have Prime, but I don't know about the other ones, Apple TV, Hulu. Oh, and it's on Fandango. Is Fandango free? Yeah. Fandango.
No way. I'm stealing.
Did you just accomplish an amazing period in gaming? Was it something hard?
No, I was stuck on this battle for like a whole day. And I just wanted to
What? Was that hard?
Yeah, I'm playing this game on hard. The thing is, my brother beat, like, you can only play this game on hard once you beat it, and my brother beat it, so I'm playing it on hard and
No, oh gosh. I thought, like, there were parts I remember in Kingdom Hearts that I thought was, like, mad hard. I was like, oh my gosh.
I actually had a friend that was still playing yesterday, and he was saying he was stuck on the first game. I like that, and,
Yeah, that game when I was a kid really did some weird mental stuff to me. Had a huge crush on a video game character. I visually believed I was Sora when I played that game. I remember legitimately getting pissed off when, what's his name beat me in the race. What's that guy? Yeah, I really felt like my girlfriend was just taken away. I was just like really upset with the game. It's a crazy little kid. Kyrie belongs. Stay away from Aruku. I can't remember, but whatever happened to him when he went into Oblivion, I was like, yeah, that's good. I'm good with that. Good riddance to him. Oh, well, something happened. I can't remember in Kingdom Hearts 1 where Riku gets overtaken by the... something like that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you can have him. It's just like, I didn't care what happened to him. I remember racing him multiple times until I was able to beat him. I was really mad at him. Because he said something like, I get to share the whatever poppy fruit, I forget what it's called, meaning that they were gonna like hook up forever. And I was like, no, you're not. She's mine.
like, why don't these guys like put some fucking decent maps on now? It's like the same shit that's in the public server now, except for like one or two.
What are you rambling about? What happened?
This map rotation.
Oh, are you not in the regular Aspire anymore?
No, everybody's gone to the other server.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Just oh fuck yeah, that's nice. Kitty and Night Galaxy and Lizzo. Oh, I missed that.
I'm aware the federal law provides for imprisonment. I am aware that federal law provides for imprisonment and/or fines for false statements or the use of false documents. Oh no! I tested the penalty of perjury that this information includes bots. I am a U.S. citizen. Today's date is 09/2024. Employer review of employers or
Oh, it's that time.
employer review employers or employers reviewing my group and sign section 2.
It seems so. I only see two.
touch. On Etsy, you can find something handmade with hands knit or designed by independent sellers who lend their own parts to their small businesses. Discover hand-blown glassware, pre-plated furniture, personalized jewelry, home-kit vintage pieces, custom-designed artwork, and so much more. So the next time you're shopping for yourself or someone special, choose the Stuart Area.
Who's over here? Got polygons. Eden. Using my galaxy. What's what
Oh, goodness. I gotta find my birth certificate. Somewhere. Prepare annual translator. Certification.
These guys are getting boring. There's barely enough. Like, get a 2v2 now. And like, where's Spud? He joined it, really. Maybe you can't join like me. He's just getting me a 1 second spawn. Yeah, give us another one. Come on. That one's fun. Those teams are so upon sometimes. We got everybody on one side.
Security camera alarm. What's going on out there? Suspicious. A car drove by in the front of the house.
Oh, that sucks.
Very custom creates seamless change. Instantly fill shapes with detail and color. Try Illustrator today. Focus on.
I think I'm gonna play Overwatch with some friends.
Sorry, it's not very exciting here.
Well,
Come on, honey, don't you want to hang out with the old? It feels like old people house over here. It's all silent.
Well,
It's the retirement home.
good night.
I see it.
I got invited over to Titty's room. They got another party going on.
It's alright if you want to go over there.
Truthfully, I don't want to go hang out with those guys, man.
Why not?
I just feel like chilling, man. I don't feel like talking to a whole bunch of people,
Let's see who's in there.
This is about 4 or 5
I didn't get invited.
No, it's alright.
Oh wait. Oh, is it the Mike Galaxy one or Polywogs?
Pollywogs.
Oh, I see it. Maybe I did get invited.
Man, we just played Mos Eisley like 2 or 3 maps ago.
I know, you know how I like that map, but I have to fill out this paperwork.
Yeah, I'm tired anyways, man. Like, I can't go much more anyways, man. I'm freaking tired, man. Almost falling asleep. I gotta walk around. Grab some walks.
Why don't you go for a bike ride? That will really put you to sleep.
You know what? I was gonna do that, but I'm glad I didn't. This shower just wiped me right out.
Bike ride down to the shop and grab some snacks. Give me a bag of ranch Doritos while you're at it.
Hello?
Who goes there?
Bob.
Who?
Bob.
Hey, this is Jimmy. I thought you were a different person. I was like, who's this guy?
You were like, gonna kick me right away, weren't you? You're like, screw this guy, click.
What's going on, Jimmy?
Nah, man. I am on Star Trek, and
Oh yeah, hey, what's up, Jimmy? Good man. It's deadly. You'll like it, man. When you see it, man, you'll see for yourself.
well, what about the ship weapons?
I'm still testing those. I haven't formed an opinion on them yet. Not sure what to think of them. Because I've gotten like Herald anti-proton cannons already. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have heavy cannons, but I got regular, the regular cannon.
And these ones you can upgrade too, right?
Yeah, to like make it ultra rare and epic and that sort of thing. Yeah. I'm just not sure about them though, how effective they are. And I only tested them once or twice.
Yeah, I had a long, rough day again.
Oh man, well it's Friday. At least it's over, right?
Yeah.
You want a hat?
Oh, I ended up having to help the guys that were back in the alley with us because they couldn't do it, and then I was running the dump truck, and I was doing. No, I was running. What?
You're fighting the people in the alley?
No, I was helping.
Oh.
Fighting people in the alley. I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, no, the hydrovacers that were doing it couldn't. They never dealt with slurry the way I have, so I had to show it to them. But I was doing that back, and then I was running the dump truck, and I was helping the guys again. So I was actually doing pretty much my old school stuff, and it just got long and tiring. We were in for a Friday to have like a 12-hour day almost. It was. Yeah.
12-hour day, wow, man.
Yeah, usually we get off early on Fridays, but the alley that we're in is just shitty. So.
Which alley are you? Or what part of the city are you at?
We're by College and Winnipeg. Kind of by the hospital.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it's not really a horrible area. Like it looks like it's been pretty quiet, but.
How's that hood down there looking?
Well, last time I was in the hood. Oh, can you hear me? Hold on. There. Hello? Okay.
Oh, my controller died. Hold on, I'll be back, guys. My mic is shutting off.
Okay. No, I've been just having issues with some of the stuff at our work. I got my hydrovac back today. So Monday we'll be back to running it.
Alright, did that fix it? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Not that oh, my controller died and my mic wasn't working at all.
Yeah, get lemons treats.
Not that I had anything to say.
So, I got my hydrovac done today. And apparently there's a few things that I wasn't shown which probably would have been smart to know. I don't think anybody actually knows it. But,
Bad training.
it is. It's, they didn't show us how to, that we needed to add some oil to a certain spot. And I asked about that, and they were like, no, it's fine.
Oh, don't worry about it. If
well,
something happens.
I know what that was shown was to check the levels of the main tank oil on the pump. But apparently there's this little spinning, I don't know, porcelain thing. I don't know. They have a little brush on them, and they kind of like flick into a tray. I didn't know that. And what it does is it flicks oil up into the workings, and apparently I've never seen that. So they're like, oh no, you have to do this like once a week. And I'm like, well, I've run this truck for like 3 years and it has never done it. So it was completely empty. But, you know, I just looked at it and I was like, wow, you know, like there's so much little things that we didn't do. But, our company is kind of, so this is what we do. We work for a government, right? Agency, which is Sask Energy. And what we do is we bid for the jobs. So our company bids for, like, say, 2 years or a 4-year contract. So once that's up, they have to rebid it. Well, I guess next year the bid's up again. So it sounds like we might be losing our contract.
Wait, you guys are losing the contract because it's expiring, or because...
Yeah, because it's expiring.
Oh, I thought it was like someone's...
But this is the problem, is there's a few things in our contract that our company hasn't been doing, I heard. Like, needing extra, like, little things. Like, one is that we're supposed to have a fuel truck that runs around and refuels up our equipment. Same with a water truck. Apparently in the contract it states that we have them, but we don't. So they're like, we don't really need them, but apparently that's in the contract. And then they were saying something about the equipment breaking down all the time. So they're kind of frustrated because I guess they actually use another company most of the time. And then we have dick workers who don't actually do the job that's asked of them. And they fight a lot on sites, and they don't, you know, basically tell off the workers at Sask, or at the main company, right? So it's kind of like they're working our way out of the job. So I was talking to the guys today, and I was like, you know, I don't know, it just gets frustrating when you're the kind of guy trying to keep things going, and then everybody else is like fighting to basically the opposite of what you need. So I don't know next year. I was kind of hoping not to be having to go back to it anyways, but still it'd be nice not to lose a contract because we have dick workers that don't want to do what they're told to do, right? could hear me, right?
Yeah. Well, I could. I saw, yeah. Is there, those contracts, you have to also be careful, right? Like, if you do something, like, messed up, you could lose it, right? Like, it could go the opposite way.
If what?
Like, is it like a government contract, company contract?
Well, yeah, we're subcontracted to a government agency, but way contracts go is obviously you make a bunch of promises. So you're saying, okay, we're going to have this much equipment there, we're going to have these many sites taken care of, blah blah blah. Then they go, like the little things about, like as I said, how many trucks they have, how many workers they have, and everything kind of gets all mixed in together, trying to do the experience stuff. So all of that, and plus pricing, right? Like they have to lower their pricing all the time to keep competitive. But then what happens is if the company lowers the prices too much, then that means we don't get paid right because they can't afford it. So either they lower prices or they lay people off. I don't know. I kind of hope that they get it back, but I just keep hearing, like, I'm more like a foreman, right? Like I am a foreman in my own truck, but I think they need foremen to watch over all our, like, the whole division. We have like 5 trucks that are working a day, and nobody's watching any of them. Like I helped the guy today, and the guy that I normally work with on our sites, when I'm hydrovacing, was actually working with our crew, and he was watching the other guy work, and he comes over to me and he's like, can you go show this guy how to do the job, like how to do this? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm kind of, I thought it was kind of a joke, kind of like, oh, you should do it, but he mentioned it like 4 times. Finally I take over, and I'm like, yeah, I told him, like, I just want to let the guy have a break or whatever, so I go off and I start doing it, and I make, like, within, like, the guy was working on this hole for like 4 hours. Within like 20 minutes I had like double of what he had done, right? Everybody sees it, so they make a comment about, oh well, let's imagine if you had 40 minutes on here, you would have had this whole thing done. And I'm like, and then the guy that I did that with, he walks off, so he doesn't even watch how I was doing it. It's like, don't want to learn, don't want to do what's expected, like, so, sorry, I was just a little bit of ranting today. It is Friday though, right, Cookie?
I mean, something similar like that happened with me, like somebody, when I at one museum that I don't want to ever work at again, where it was like, okay, so there's 2 things. Like the guy that was told it how to do something 4 times, right? He said 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes some people have to see things visually, like they're visual learners. Like you could tell them 100 times how to do something, and they still won't get that. I'm kind of that way. I have to watch. But I mean,
Well,
there's stuff if you tell me.
That's why I kind. Yeah, I understand that. That's why I kind of got frustrated, because I mean, I go to show the guy. I didn't really say I was trying to teach him nothing, but at the same time, I was hoping he'd look so that he can see how I was doing it, because I was doing it different than him, right? And it was working really well. And even using his truck to do it. So I mean, it wasn't like my truck came in with better pressure and all this other stuff. It was, I was running his truck, doing his wash, and he decided to walk away.
Oh, that's weird. Actually, I missed that part.
So
I
it's
thought
like,
even a different guy walked off while you were helping.
no,
the
he
other
was
guy.
like the guy that was
That
doing
doesn't
the
make
wash.
any sense now.
So I
Okay,
was
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to,
yeah.
I didn't want to like make it sound like I'm trying to do a teachable moment. So I mean, maybe he just didn't think it was important. But I mean, at the same time, he doesn't. Like the only thing he says to me after was, "Oh, good job." And I'm like, "Hey, I just did your job, and it took me 20 minutes compared to your like 4 hours now."
Yeah, that is weird.
So they saw it though. Like the main company saw how. You know what I mean? It was like we're just kind of like our trucks are breaking down all the time. So at one point we were the only truck running. You know, like so equipment failures all the time. Other workers that like there's guys that are starting fights on site. You know, like with in front of these guys and everything. They're like just not wanting to actually do the job that they're asked.
Yeah.
And then the boss doesn't know nothing about it. Like they don't follow and find out how everything's
They
going.
don't
It's like,
follow
oh,
through
there's
with
no
like they have to do.
there's no complaints, there's no nothing. I don't hear about it, but they're talking about it.
Was this
So I
guy
don't
like hired temporarily, like at a temp agency?
Yeah.
He just seems like he just doesn't care.
Well, that's the thing, right? But the thing is that we need to have oversight to say, look, you know, like, are you guys maintaining your vehicles? Are you learning how to use the equipment? Are you running it in a safe manner? Like, do you have your PPE? Do you have first aid?
It's like, yeah,
simple
just
things.
give me my paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Like my kid, he's my swamper. I taught him how to do it. I taught him how to do the job. The whole last year I didn't even have him wash. Right?
Yeah.
I got him to watch a whole year, and then this year he's doing the washing. And he knows more than these guys that have been doing this for years now. And the reason why is because he knows why we're doing it, right?
Yeah.
And he takes the care. He watches the equipment. He checks the stuff. Like he follows procedure. And then all of a sudden he's going, wow, they don't do that on that other truck. This is like, you know, we have to, you know, just little things. You know, so I mean, if it's done right, there shouldn't be an excuse.
Yeah, that's just weird.
So I don't know. Like I keep wanting to tell my boss that we need a foreman. We need a crew, like a crew foreman, like a city crew foreman, right? Like a guy that watches
like
and talks to the crews. Like we need a guy that'll talk to the crews and find out how our workers are doing.
Why don't you be the
We need
foreman?
to talk to the crews and have them trained right. You know, like we have to have them follow through. And I don't know, maybe the company's going, well, we're not getting a contract next year, so they don't want to put any effort in.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You know, so I'm just, it's so frustrating. Because I've been doing this for like, you know, how many years? And it's like, I see all the little fails, but I don't know. So anyways, good news Friday. What else?
Have you ever used I started using it, I was scared to use it yesterday. I bought it last year and I never got around to use it. I used it for the first time yesterday at this morning. Have you ever used a log splitter? Like a mechanical log splitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this thing called a Yard Max splitter. It's like 5-ton pressure, I think.
Nice.
And it's scary to use though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You don't
like,
want to get nothing caught in it.
Yeah, my hands and all that. I'm being safe then. I'm wearing like a full like mask shield, not just goggles. It like covers the chin to forehead. And I didn't have a construction grade helmet, so I put my my bike helmet on. I didn't know what I have anything else. I do have a rock climbing helmet. Maybe I could wear that one. That one seems a little more tougher. Uh, the when I used it though, I watched someone on YouTube using it, and the guy had no gloves, you know, no long sleeves, no pants. He was wearing a t-shirt and shorts. It looked like, I think, if my memory serves me right. And he was just using it, and yeah, it worked. But he he's like, I should probably wear safety gear, but I'm not. And he didn't have goggles, nothing, and he used it and it worked fine and everything. But when I used it, now he had a pedal, adaptive pedal. Mine, I have to push a button and the lever. And when I was pushing it, it snaps the you know, it makes that big crack noise.
Yeah.
And it's scary. I have a one of those big plastic tool sheds that's not assembled, and I grabbed one of them parts and I used it to shield myself for extra layer of, like, you know, protection. But when I did that, one of the pieces of wood actually snapped and shot over me. But I mean, it wasn't gonna hit me, but it just shows like how, like, I mean, the one thing I'm not doing because I'm too scared is I noticed the guy's kind of putting his hand on top of the log, not between the blade and the thing, just kind of got, you know, so when it snaps, you can like stop. But I don't know. I like, I'm doing it very like bomb squad like while I'm doing it.
Well, that might not be the best option. I mean, the best thing to do would be kind of to follow what the other people are showing.
I don't know. I'm safe
Is there more than
behind a
one
big
video?
plastic board. Wait, what?
Is there more than one video that they show of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
using
there
Monster?
is. But he also has his like on some table platform. Mine is just on the ground. That thing is like over 100 pounds. I don't know how much it is. It feels like 150 to 200 pounds. And it does have wheels, so you can kind of move it like a dolly. But it is heavy. I don't think I mean, I could lift it like a few feet, but like to lift it and put it up on a table, no, no, I don't think I could do that. If I did, I'd probably pull something or injure my neck. It's just heavy, but it works. It just freaks me out. But it does save time to like then using a big high-powered chainsaw or using an axe, because I suck at chopping wood with an axe. I can't do it. Like, I mean, a big piece of like log. But I have a bunch of wood that this neighbor down the street cut a big pine tree in his backyard, and I was like, "Oh wow, can I have all this?" And he's like, "Yeah." It's like the city was gonna just cut, or somebody was gonna come pick it up and stick it together. But the one I'm using is called Yard Max, and it's like, I mean, it's cool, but just I had to text one of my friends to make sure. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be using this thing if I die, just so you know where I am. Because I was afraid it was gonna kill me somehow. But I read the whole manual, I watched the videos, I know how to use it. It just freaks me out.
Astronauts who went to the International Space Station for 8 days can be stranded until 2025.
Wait, what's wrong with international space astronauts?
Apparently they're getting stranded up there.
Why are they stranded up there? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Astronauts from Starliner test flight still stuck in space? Not her. She's been an astronaut before, unless that's a different lady. Wait, are they in the International Space Station or stuck in a shuttle? Let's read this. But I thought, like, up there they have, like, so much food and water to last for years. I thought for emergency. They literally have, like, dry food from, like, years or decades that the Russians left. And
the International Space Station amid ongoing issues with the Boeing Starliner. The Starliner crew, you'll recall, has essentially been stranded in space while Boeing and NASA work out some of the kinks with the spacecraft. NASA's looking into some other options to try and bring them home. The Boeing Starliner's crewed flight launched on June 5th with an original return date of June 14th. That's just 8 days that Butch and Sunny were planning on being in space. But so far, they have spent 63 days in orbit. CBS News space consultant Bill Harlan.
wait, they're not even. They're not in the space station, are they? I don't even think they're in the space station. Oh, wait. The Boeing Starliner capsule crew remains at the International Space. Okay. The way she said it, she made it sound like to get the viewer all worked up. She said, are stuck in orbit. She made it the way she's
stuck in a little plane.
You couldn't say, no, they are in the International Space Station. But she made the word the way she said it sounded more Boogie Monster. They're stuck in orbit. They're not. Yeah.
In orbit. CBS News space consultant Bill
See, listen to this.
Planning on being in space, but so far they have spent 63 days in orbit. CBS News space consultant.
She couldn't say International Space Station. She had to say just in orbit. That's kind of misleading. Oh, and this is Boeing. The company Boeing? This isn't even NASA, I don't think. Or it is? Or I'm confused.
Yeah, that would definitely suck being stuck in space.
Well, they're in the International Space Station. They're gonna be fine. If they're there, they're fine. Worst case scenario, they can go to the Chinese International Space or Chinese Space Station. There is like a Suez pod that they can travel outside on.
So right now, what you're saying is, the space race, or whatever is going on, is now mainly the Russians putting stuff up to space, right? Like SpaceX and
oh, the Russians, they're not putting anything up. I don't think so.
The Suez, like all that stuff that they always sent up the people with, that was all out of Russia.
Oh, but right now, Russia's so, like, they're honestly really broke. That's why they brought their astronauts back, not just only because they wanted to stick it to the U.S., but because they're like, we can't afford you to stay up there. We need you to come home.
So, the other stuff would be China. What you're saying? And how is that going with China, Russia, or America relations?
Oh no, an emergency. That's an agreement. An emergency, China is allowed to come to the International Station, and we can go to theirs in case. It's
so
actually
is that
good. That's actually good that there's more than one space station to escape to.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the relations between those countries aren't the hottest right now.
Between us and China, I mean, we're
Yeah,
okay. We're
China
not
and
perfect.
Russia, and yeah.
Oh,
It just seems like it's kind of funny that like the main dependents out in space are actually people that are not really completely getting along.
I mean, our relations with China is okay. It's not perfect, but with Russia, no, not really. I mean, the thing is, we spy on China, China spies on us. It's all stupid games, honestly. They pull stuff, we pull stuff. Well, it seems like they pull more stuff, but the truth is, like, say that it was like not just World War III, but ultimate world war, like the worst ever. This is my theory. China will say, screw you, Russia. They will. Because us, I'm sure you guys, Canada and Mexico and other countries, but us here in the U.S., everything, a lot of things here in the U.S. are made in China. They make trillions, not quazillions from us.
And they all have little microchips with listening.
We like
devices.
buying all their junk and cheap stuff. We just do. They're not making that kind of money with Russia. They're not going to trade us off. They're going to be like, oh yeah, those Americans. Hey, will you buy our stuff? So yeah, I mean, there's a weird relationship. But right now, honestly, I don't want anyone to get hurt or die or whatever. But what really feels like needs to happen in Russia right now is that old guy. Putin is just, another, it's my kingdom, nobody else's. They just need to have like a massive civil war over there. Or at least not a civil war, but an uprising where even the military is like, nah, they've taken over. We can't help you anymore. I don't want that, but it's like, look what happened to Gaddafi. People just rose up and like, screw you.
Well, I
heard it's that nothing compared to the Capitol riot. That's totally different, in my opinion. That was ridiculous. But like, I mean, look at like the hundreds of thousands that have already been in prison for like defying going to jail, leaving the country. And even Putin it's pathetic. He's like offering people to come back to the country. You know how much money he's offering them? $115. What are they supposed to do with that?
Pay for bread.
Maybe Tucker Carlson could go over there and say how wonderful.
Stay there.
No, tell him I could buy so much with $150. I could buy a house, a car, like live off of it. It's like ridiculous.
Isn't he happy over there? Isn't he happy?
Oh, that was just a show. It's all right wing, pro Putin stuff. No, when he did the thing, because his interview with Putin, because even Putin mocked him on there, and he was like, I saw that video a long time ago. I was like, it's stupid.
So,
but the International Space Station, yeah.
I think Russia has to get told to back off. I really believe
he's not going to. He's too prideful.
It's stupid.
He's too prideful. He's an old man.
I know, but I think people have to.
He'd rather take the country down with him.
Well, let him. And then Israel. That's such a crazy issue, man, because they're proving that Hamas is using like schools and churches, mosques, as bases.
It's also it's a game. Iran is also another hate groups are sending supplies and troops trying to feed into it. Other Arab countries there are Arab countries that want to annihilate Israel and every Jew. They want to. They do. Not all of them. But I mean, there are some that want to do that crap. It's just crazy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that everybody's freaking out and saying that Israel has to stop attacking and accept peace.
Well, then at the same time,
But
why
I just don't get.
People are suffering on their
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't get why Hamas is not being condemned more either for using schools and churches and hospitals. They're using them. They're improving it.
Dare to question it.
Like, and then the world guy or the people around the world and they're we got like Israel's hurting them. They're killing the innocents, and it's like it's because if they don't attack those places, then the bad stuff happens, right? So I mean, they kind of are forced to attack like these schools, churches, and the hospitals. Like,
I mean, they kidnap a lot of innocent people and murder.
And they haven't given them back.
And they didn't get all of them back.
And if they did, a lot of them were raped and murdered.
Oh no, just said screw it, kill them.
Like raped and murdered, and then they turn around and say it's the holy fight.
That's
like obviously, if you're raping and murdering them, that must be holy.
Countries and geopolitical interests, they want to, disable. And then also, there's a side player in all this. The weapons company, they love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're making money.
Money time. Kind of make money. I wouldn't be surprised if they play that game where they encourage it to happen or influence part of it to happen just for that benefit. I don't know. I hate to say this, Jimmy, but if I ever became president, I'm gonna do some things people are not gonna like.
If you became president, people would not like you?
They're not. Some people like what I would do, but there are some things I'm gonna do that a lot of people and leaders will not like. I'm gonna go a little Darth Vader, a little bit. I would just say, like the whole thing with Palestinians in Israel, I would just be like, this is old. You hate them, they hate you, you have your reasons, you have your reasons, both have valid reasons, and both have invalid reasons about each other. This is what I do, is one of two things. I actually have three ideas. I'll just say two. One of them is to take the country of Israel and split it in half and make it so there is no more state of Israel or state of Palestine. Palestinians, they're countries now. That half's yours, half's yours. Any religious, historical landmarks that are Muslim, I will actually uproot out of the ground and move it to the other side. Like that. No more fighting over this, that, blah, 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 blah. Now, if that didn't work, and also all the stupid checkpoints. You go through this checkpoint to go to that neighborhood. You got to go through these armed guards to go to that neighborhood. And it's also the Palestinian people. They have to. It's ridiculous. They have to go through 4 or 5 checkpoints to go to take their kids to preschool. And I understand why, because they're the terrorists. But my other option is I would ask, and even if the whole world said no, we're not helping you, I will actually construct an identical landmass, if not bigger, in the middle of the ocean somewhere, and call it, and make it the country of Palestine. Let the Israelis have that whole land, take what you want out of it that belongs to you religiously, historically, and then just move to a new country. Man-made built. That's what I would do. One of those. And the sick thing is that would stop the wars and fighting for the most part. I doubt it's gonna get stopped at all. That way, you know. I mean, even if let's say that I solve that problem, somebody will find something new to fight about or go to war about. I mean, it's never gonna end. But at the very least, that's how I would solve the Israeli-Palestinian issue. Well, what do you think about my idea?
It's interesting.
Is there one that you like more than the other one, or one that you like?
Well, something has to get done. I don't know how to stop
They can't
the
live together.
slope.
They're never gonna. It's never gonna end. They can't live together.
Well, but the thing is that it's not just those countries now, though. It's everybody. It's Canada. It's the States. Everybody seems to have gotten their brains taken out and decided to go back like 50 years. And then, not just that, but believe, I don't know, the stupidest stuff. Like, I mean, like, normally you hear stuff and you realize it's stupid, right? Like, I know a guy that he's a I don't know if he on purposely lies or if he lies because he has to, like, just mentally. It's I don't know what that's called when you lie all the time, but.
Compulsive liar?
Yeah, I guess. You know, like, he just lies about every little thing, though. Like, everything that comes out of the guy's mouth. Now, he's one of those guys that can say, if you go, oh man, America was the first to land on the moon, right?
I guess so, yeah.
His reaction would be, well, actually, when I was younger or whatever, and I was with the government here, we were the first to go. You know what I mean? Like,
hold up.
You know, like, I know you.
You're turning into a robot. You're turning into a robot. I can't hear you.
Like, you realize it sounds stupid, right? So, your brain...
Jimmy, you're turning into a robot. I can't
Why was
hear
there a long delay?
Wait, what?
That's a long delay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, well, for a minute you turned into a robot where I couldn't understand what you said. The last thing I heard was you said you had a friend that lied. He said, I was back in the government, and then I didn't understand anything else.
Okay, so say you know a fact, right? Like, you know that you guys were the first person, or like the first country to land on the moon.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Like, there's proof.
No, Jimmy, you're breaking up really bad now. Jimmy, you're gone. You're broken. I can't understand a word you're saying. Jimmy, your mic's broken. It was for the best.
Yeah, he's gotta reboot his system.
I don't know why he won't use that little microphone I got him. It works perfect.
Yeah, Jimmy's really gone.
Growing up, I was fascinated with computers.
I am being censored. I don't know, just network error.
Jimmy, why aren't you using the microphone I got you?
Well, no, it's not my headset.
No, where's the
microphone
microphone that I got you?
It's here. But
well,
I got a headset that
let's
works.
try it. You'll never have to wear a headset. You'll never have to wear. Hold on, let me.
It's saying network error.
You'll never have to wear a headset though, and it'll go through your TV and you can control the volume.
Okay. But the problem with that is that when I talk to you, all I get is echo, and I hear myself talking. Because it comes off your TV.
On your TV, it won't be as weird as long as you're not right next to it. Like I'm laying on my bed, I'm probably like, I don't know, 8 feet away from the TV.
And you don't hear it echo at all?
Nope.
I got a major echo. That's why I talk funny, because I'm trying to talk at
your
the same time I
voice
hear
getting
myself
auto-tuned sometimes, and then you get all bad.
Okay, am I okay now?
Right now you are, but then who knows? You might go back to robot mode.
So if I start going to robot mode, I will know I'm being censored. Okay, so anyways, again, back to the story.
You're saying you're using an example like us being on the moon. And,
yeah, because there's facts, right? There's facts. You can prove it's real.
Yeah.
So the guy would automatically try to up the story, and all of a sudden he's going, oh, actually, when I was worth, the secret, whatever thing in my, in the government, we were the first ones on the other side of the moon, and we had a, you know what I mean? Like, he would build a story based on
like
some
BS, yeah.
fakes, yeah, right? And your brain kicks in and goes, that sounds stupid, right? So then you listen to the story, and then as it goes on, you go, no, this is stupid. Like, you know it, right? Like, you know. Like, there's no facts, there's no proof, there's no facts, there's, some guy trying to say shit. And then it just sounds, like it doesn't sound right. So, I mean, to me, it actually becomes physical. Like, I'll hear the guy talking, and my brain starts hurting.
Wanna choke him?
Yeah, it's like, it hurts though. Like, I mean, it's just, I can't listen
My
to it
ears
no more.
hurt.
I know, right? I know this is stupid. I know it, right? But it seems like all the smart people have started not having that filter. It's like, oh yeah, the sky's purple, but, you've been tricked by the government into believing it's blue. Right?
He might be onto
everybody
something.
goes, yes, that sounds real. That sounds crazy real. Like the government's been doing that for my whole life. Like, oh, we got to do something about it. And it's like, think about it. Like, it's not real. Like, but it's just still, people are willing to believe everything nowadays, and I don't get it. Like, educated people, like people that have, like, teachers, nurses, doctors, like nurses that I know personally that has been a nurse for years should know health stuff. And when COVID came out and they heard Donald Trump say, it's not real, it's fake, it's all fake, nobody's dying from COVID, and they're seeing hundreds of people in their hospitals choking to death. And they're like, oh, he said it's not real, so obviously this is something else. This is just normal people being sick and probably wasting our time being in here. And then they're dying. Whoa. Must have been the cigarettes they were smoking. Like, I don't know. It just, you can't throw your brain out. Like, why? And that's so, all these countries that are doing it, like, it would, like, when was the last time you really saw, like, weird wars, like, before Russia attacked Ukraine? It was actually kind of quiet, wasn't it? Like there was no real
Wait,
stuff. All of a,
I don't know. I
all
mean,
of a
didn't...
sudden, people started acting out like their nut job beliefs and
Well,
stuff.
yeah, I mean, because they started using... I mean, it's almost like a digital war. I mean, it's all misinformation, misleading stuff online. People would read it. It's just...
Well, what makes a group that becomes empowered to do something that they wouldn't have done before? Especially the way they do it. I mean, it was right after the Olympics. Oh, we're putting all our tanks right against the border, but we're not doing anything. Oh, it's just testing. Oh yeah, we're just doing. You know, it's nothing bad. Why do all
Oh,
your
you mean when
trucks,
they took
all your
Crimea?
equipment? Why
Are you
are all
talking
your
about when they
equipment
first
sat
took over
sat
Crimea?
around and said they weren't doing anything? It's like they're driving up and they're like, oh, look at this, they're all spray painted with Zeds on them. Oh, we're just practicing. Oh, we're in there. It's like, what? What the hell?
What was weird,
Like,
I watched some videos of, like, Crimea, the older videos, where Russia first took over it. It really looked like a bunch of citizens that were all saying, for Russia, we're Ukrainians. They all looked like military soldiers. They looked like they were just there to, like, act like the citizens in Crimea wanted Russia to take over. It looked really fake. So I always thought that looked shady, that video. Obviously it wasn't, and it got worse.
yeah.
I mean, how long has the war been even going on? Technically since Crimea.
3
Let me
years?
look at- No, longer than that.
No, 2.
What?
No, it was
When
right
did
after
Russia take over Crimea, though?
right after the
When
Winter
did
Olympics.
Russia...
Was it Winter Olympics or last Summer Olympics?
That was 2014. That's when that really started with Ukraine. That's the real war. I mean, you have to realize they've actually have been at war, a borders war over Crimea since 2014.
Well, all I know is that that Russia doesn't even aim. Like, look at this. Everybody's crying
Because
about.
they actually shot a plane down
yeah.
by accident. The Russians shot a I think it's like some commercial. A bunch of passengers died.
Yeah.
Or something. That was 2014. I remember. I don't know why. Like 3 or 4 years ago, I was starting to look this stuff up. But go ahead. You were saying.
Everybody's crying about Israel. Why is nobody crying about Russia? They should be setting up for Ukraine, because all Russia does is they lob bombs indiscriminately over the border. They're not attacking military sites. Russia is like bombing like malls and neighborhoods. You know, like they're not shooting like military sites, and nobody's saying boo. It's like, oh, you can't really piss
It'll
them
probably
off.
come to that, because look, they're talking about invading Europe or going to war to with Europe. It's like you're gonna lose really badly if that happens. If like the European Union and then like the U.S. Oh gosh, Russia would just. China will probably still stay neutral and be like, oh, this is all wrong. Can't we stop for a bit? Can't we just let Russia do what they want? That's the problem, is China won't really take sides. They just want to make money and run their country. They don't want the East to be destabilized. It's not beneficial to them. But they play games, they intimidate their neighbors and do stupid stuff. Just a bunch of old men playing games with each other. They want to put their names
put them in a room together.
They want to put their names in the history books. They don't care. There was some news article I saw where or was it? Something about some Russian priest or Orthodox pastor ended up like going to jail because he like hinted at, hey, maybe we shouldn't do all this.
Yeah.
You know what I can't stand are all those like PragerU commercials. Oh god.
Yeah.
They're the worst ever. And they act like innocent kid education programs, but it's like revisionist history, super racist stuff. It's just really wrong. But they say in a way so it seems like, but we're not really saying that. We're trying to educate American history. Alright, Jeannie, I'm on a politics fast.
Yep.
I know we haven't talked about Donald Trump, but it's getting there.
I didn't even bring it up this time.
No, it's okay if you did, but
I was talking about other stupid people, but
I will say this: he's gonna lose. He's really falling.
well,
I don't even
hopefully-
have to watch anything to know that he's falling apart.
Yeah, but hopefully,
People
nut
still
jobs that
vote for it.
the nut jobs that are willing to try to go to war over it or whatever because they're going to lose.
Oh, have like another Capitol riot or something.
Yeah,
stupid.
I mean that's what it sounds like it's going to be.
It won't.
So they always try to make it sound like it's for everybody, but it's only like what percentage of your country is a real mega person.
There'll be attempts and there'll be little pockets of violence, but we're never gonna go into massive civil war over it.
Hopefully, man.
No, I mean, and I'll tell you why. It's because regardless of that, there's the state law. And if I go and shoot my neighbor, I'm going to jail. I'm going to get charged. If I start a group or a militia, people will go around terrorizing it, the National Guard will come swoop in, even the Marines, the Army, and they will be given the orders to no, you cannot do this. They actually, a lot of the military generals know that they're not supposed to allow that kind of stuff to happen. It's not like in the 1700s. It's very different. That's why the Capitol riot didn't really... Yeah, people got hurt and died. But you notice it didn't like catch on wildfire all over the country, and we didn't split into two sides where we were fighting each other. There were different cities where small groups were trying to get that going, but there weren't enough. The majority of people know that they're not going to join some huge, mad, crazy war. Like, even if you got like 10,000 Trump followers to start a war, it'd be squashed. There's millions of military officers, and they would get squashed. Like, the annoying thing, I can't stand the commercials I see. They say, ISIS is here. And it shows one guy with an ISIS flag and a mask. And I'm like, ISIS, yeah, there's probably like some hate or ISIS support group person, but ISIS is not running around, running and gutting across the country. It's the stupidest, thing. I'm not saying that they couldn't do that if they were given the chance, but they are actively not active in the country right now. Will they do a terrorist or whatever act? Sure, they always do that. But there isn't like an army of ISIS running around the country right now. There isn't.
Yeah, it's always a small group still.
Huh?
That's what you have to be worried or watch out for, is those small groups.
Well, yeah, because they're putting all that.
Because you dismiss them, oh, they're just a small group, but
they'll hurt some people, they'll kill some people, they'll do some destruction, but they won't. They were not going to win hundreds of millions of Americans' hearts to continue to do bloodshed. They're not going to. It won't work. There's a threshold, a point of a country developing over time. I'm not saying that a country can't fall back and just turn to total crap, but I mean, I think that it's to the point where we're too modernized and too monitored to allow that to happen at a large scale. In a good way, in my opinion. I'm okay with the government watching me, seeing everything I do. I don't care. There's nothing secret or hidden or whatever.
I'm sending a video to Ultra High Lords.
Well, it's also like our cell phones are all like trackers, honestly. that's what bothered me about COVID. People are like, don't take it, there's microchips where they can watch you everywhere. I'm like, yeah, you know they can already watch everywhere you go.
Oh.
Metadata with your car system or your cell phone, you know, other devices.
Yeah.
They don't need to put a microchip in you.
Here's a thought. Okay, first off, I sent a video to the Ultra High Lords.
What video?
Yeah, try to watch the video if you can. It is funny.
I don't want to watch it.
No, it's funny. You'll laugh your ass off, bro. And then I'll hit you with some crazy stuff.
Is it short?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what is it called on YouTube?
I sent it to Ultra High Lords.
Well, I'm on YouTube. Is it on there?
Look up homemade fireworks.
Fireworks.
Homemade fireworks.
That's all it's called, is homemade fireworks?
Yeah. Well, not one word. It's homemade and then fireworks.
Well, yeah. Okay, and now what am I looking at?
And then you're looking for... Let's see if the first one, it's get your LOL, it says.
Get your
it's a guy sitting at a table. Do you see a video of a guy sitting at a table?
Yeah, I see him.
Okay, watch that video real quick.
Tries to make some homemade fireworks for the 4th. Ill, too much magnesium. Okay.
Yeah, just watch it,
It's nothing terroristy, is it?
No, it's funny.
Okay. I don't want to watch anything that makes me look.
It is not, as I said, it's a LOL video, not a
for some users. Should I proceed? It says this video may be inappropriate for some viewers.
Yeah, it's okay. You're a big boy. It's funny.
Porn in this.
Guarantee you'll laugh, bud.
Hi there. This is all here. I just was experimenting with fireworks for Halloween.
Fireworks for Halloween? What?
It's a mixture with sulfur, and I'm using some potassium magnesium. So I'm going to light this, and it should just sparkle a little bit. I've got this protective cloth down here.
You got protective cloth.
Actually, I think I'll turn the light out so it shows up better.
This looks all kinds of wrong. Is this guy gonna blow his face off? Okay, so this was a joke.
A little too much magnesium, I guess. I won't do that again. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Jimmy, I wanted to see someone get really hurt when you failed.
He didn't get hurt. He just blew his eyebrows and a little bit of his hair off.
Geico's 24/7
There you go. There's your
I wanted to see
LOL of
some
the day.
violence.
Hey, he was funny, bro. He was a nice guy. Didn't swear.
Concerned he was gonna have to get like face reconstruction.
Oh, you see his around his where he wore his glasses?
Yeah, I saw.
So you could tell that you could tell where it burnt around his glasses, so you could see his face. It's hilarious. Okay,
Hardy
Mark of the Beast.
Har.
What's your knowledge on Mark of the Beast?
What's my knowledge on Mark of
Yeah.
the Beast?
From the Bible. What's Mark of the
Apparently, according to family members, I am him. No, I'm serious.
Okay, I know your family.
Family members that believe I am the devil and the Antichrist. I'm like, okay, this has been great. See you guys later. Ooh.
Okay. Still there?
I know. I mean, it's still kind of a mystery. I need to do some more research. I like looking at the Bible and looking at things and stuff like that. But I mean, it's still, I don't know 100%. People say the mark of the beast when people have to have it on their foreheads or their hand, but that may not necessarily mean like a tattoo on their hand or their forehead. It might mean something else in the form of a hand. Like, for example,
okay.
You've heard the phrase.
I'll tell you this.
Hold on. Let me just say this. You've heard the phrase in the Bible where it says, "If your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off." Right? You've heard that phrase, right? Or that scripture. That doesn't necessarily, in my view, mean to cut your actual hand off. What I believe that means, my understanding is, what is affecting you to make you commit sin. Like, let's say your best friend actually is your right hand, but your best friend likes to steal cars on the weekend. So if he's causing you to indulge in that, you're gonna have to cut him off. You know, or your family could represent your right hand, or your what else? Addiction to cocaine is your right hand. You know, not saying that it's good, but you're putting the importance of it in your hand.
Yeah.
That's how I view that. So when I look at that scripture of the forehead and hand, I feel like that there's more to that than actual literal tattoo on the forehead and hand. Or it could be.
So this is.
But it is the
So
number.
this is an interesting thought. So the use of the word 66 or the number 666, right? Okay.
Hold on, let me double check.
Everybody goes, well, it's specifically. What?
Okay, I was counting out my name. Okay, and I don't make 666. I'm good. Just double checking. Well, I was just, you know, then I was like, maybe they're right. Let me double check. Okay, it doesn't match up.
Oh, hold on, I gotta mute this music. Okay. What?
Oh no!
What?
Hold on. No! It's all true.
What?
My name does all equal 18. screw it. Anyways, yeah, I guess I'm the Antichrist. What's up, Jimmy? This is a
Okay, here's a good explanation.
I counted out the letters.
Right,
it's 18. It's a
matter.
done deal. It's finished. Right.
Okay, it doesn't matter. So,
wait, maybe I could change. Maybe I could be different. God, I'm sorry. I know I was going to be the Antichrist. I could change. I'll change my ways.
The theory about the 666 is being marked by the beast on your left hand?
I thought it was your right
left hand. I think it's your left.
Hold on, I better double check this.
Okay, look it up.
It may not actually say left or right. Let's see. It might be either or.
I think it says left.
A cause of wisdom, let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That number is 666. Oh my gosh, Jimmy, now I'm worried. They were right. The number actually indicates a name. The number 6 is the numerical value of the name of the Antichrist, according to John in the Bible. Those who are wise can get the insight in that. Oh no, maybe, okay, let's say I'm no longer going to run for president in the future, okay? We'll stop that right there. Okay, what else can I do to stop this?
Okay. Listen.
It says right hands. Oh, whoa. The second beast was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast, so the image could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands.
Okay,
See,
right.
That's a weird that they added an S to their right hands. Or their forehead.
Okay.
I guess that means everybody, plural. So it is right hand. So
you
that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the name of the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. The number is 666, which equals Joey blah 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 blah. Okay.
Okay. Listen to this. Okay, here.
Alright, what?
Do you have Interact?
What?
You have Interact out there, right?
Do I have Interact?
Yeah, like Interact.
Interact? What
Which is
that?
your banking card, like your bank card, like you go and you pay with your Interact.
I don't have Interact. I don't know what that is.
You don't have Interact?
No, I don't think so.
So, when you go and pay without, like, you can tap.
Oh, tap! Yeah, I got that.
Okay, but it's called Interact. There's actually a symbol. It says we have it here.
It's a different name in our country, though.
I don't think so. Let's see.
Well, maybe you guys are all the Antichrists and we're okay. Hold on. Wait, I think I've heard this, where people say it's the credit cards.
You look at the photo.
I don't have no photo on my bank card.
It is the right hand. Yeah, it is the right hand. You're right. Can you look up?
What if I tap with my left hand?
Can you look at so? Look up Interact. Interac. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's not Canadian, it's American too.
Wait, what?
Interac. Look it up. You'll you have it. Maybe you just don't understand what I'm saying.
I have to look up. Now we're going to another topic. I don't want to call myself an angel, but I actually bought a bunch of food for like this homeless shelter, and it was crazy because well, that's not important, but part of the story. But the part that creeped me out is what the guy said to me. So when I checked out, I got I forget now. I have their. I should have paid attention, but it was something like 111000111 on the receipt, like the total. It was a lot of food that I bought, and the guy at the cash register said, "What the heck is this?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Angel numbers." I'm like, "What are angel numbers?" And then he showed me the receipt, and I don't even know where that originates from. It's like supposedly all zeros and all ones or something.
So all the zeros and ones?
I guess. But I don't think so. I think that's a human-made thing. I'm not sure. Because I don't remember anywhere in the Bible, if you come across an angel, you'll know them by all zeros and all ones. Where did you get that from? I don't know. Oh, wait. Okay, so maybe that's what it was. It was all ones. It was like $1,111.11, something like that. I can't remember now, honestly. But it was some crazy weird.
11 what?
It was all ones.
Yeah, but like how much did you spend?
Something like not 11,000, $1,111.11 or something like that. I felt like there were zeros though, but maybe it was all ones. And then he looked at me all weird, and I'm like, what? He was a little creeped out by me after I left the store.
Yeah, that's interesting. It says all ones, as explained, symbolizes spiritual awakening and enlightenment. So it's 111, 1111. That's exactly what the number you had. That's cool. 100. No.
I have to look it up.
Yeah, $111.11. $1,111.11. See, that's good. It indicates that an individual is aligning with their higher self and tapping into their true potential. When this number,
you want to know? There's something I want to say.
Signals a powerful time for manifestations.
Jimmy, I'm not sure though. That's really biblical though. That might be human-made thing. I have to look up.
Yeah, it's numerology.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, if you shake the dice and go to a Bible thing, then that just gets, ungodly in my opinion when people. But I mean, is there a sign with numbers? Maybe. Obviously, there is with the Antichrist, unfortunately. But I think also there is some grain of truth because God does use numbers to describe or tell stories. Like, some of my dreams that I've written down, like certain numbers are like enforced in them. Like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, I see it. You know, way too much.
So here's here's a thing. Did you know in dreams you're not supposed to be able to actually read anything
But I
or see
can.
any actual numbers? That's
I
what they say.
see letters and words and sentences and
But
numbers.
are they like written words,
Yeah, and I
say like
write
a
them down.
book?
I write them down too when I wake
Because
up.
they say that you might get jumbled words or letters,
I
but they
have
said
seen
because your
jumbled
brain
stuff
only.
before, but I have seen straight, perfect sentences of things too.
Hmm. Because this is what they say. They say when you dream, you can't learn new things.
I sure
So they say when you dream, you will see people that you know in your dreams, because you've
I
seen them.
also see people I've
So
never seen in my life in my
you may
dreams.
think that, but it's not true. They say what happens is you dream, your brain processes pictures that you remember. So you're watching TV today. You may not remember every single face that you've seen on on a commercial or a TV show or whatever. But when you do dream, your brain might bring up one of those people in the commercial that you've seen that one time and make it
I don't
one of
know,
your main
Jimmy.
characters.
I mean, I could see that. I probably had that where it borrowed eyes and a nose and a face, but there's some that are just too unique and specific. Even ones I've never seen before. That I've like, who are they? Or times when I'm seeing through someone else's eyes almost some of my dreams. Like I am in their, and I'm like, I'll read this one to you. Hold on. Okay. And it's funny because that's what I'm working on my job stuff, but I want to finish this last dream. I wrote everything in the dream down, but I need to organize it a little and like re-editing it, spelling and stuff. Because when I write these dreams, I wake up immediately like, and then this happened and blah 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 blah. Hold on, let me read that. Okay, let me use an example. I have never seen what pheasant eggs look like. Never. One of my dreams, I held pheasant eggs. I'm not going to read the whole dream, it's pretty long. But when I was awake, I internet searched pheasant eggs and I dreamed exactly what pheasant eggs look like, even though I've never seen them before. I've
So
never
maybe,
really
as a
looked up
kid, you were
pheasants.
because you go to museums a lot because you work in them and
I've
you
never
probably
seen a
like
pheasant
them.
eggs. No.
Are you positive? Because
It
you
is
go
too
natural,
perfect.
you go to natural
This is I'm gonna
museums, right?
argue with you, Jimmy. This was too perfect. They're tan eggs with brown speckles all over them.
Yep, I've seen them.
Never seen that before. But in the dream I had duck eggs, which duck eggs I have seen. They're like light green. Not all duck eggs are green, but I have seen duck eggs that are green in the dream. But then it was told to me, oh, there's, by the way, 2 pheasant eggs in your hands. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh, those are pheasant eggs. And I put them in a little, long story long story short, the mom disappeared or died, so I was like taking care of the eggs to hatch them. But mysteriously, 2 pheasant eggs appeared in the duck egg mix. And it was told to me that these are pheasant eggs. I've never seen pheasant eggs, and then when I woke up, I was like, I wonder what pheasant eggs actually really look like. Those were weird eggs that I saw. The shape, the size of them, the color was perfect.
Nice.
Well, it's not just nice, it's creepy.
That's not creepy. Be nice. It's all good. That's why I'd be happy to see stuff like that. That'd be cool.
I mean, there's also the thing where they say you don't dream until you wake up the last half hour before you wake up
your
in the
REM sleep or
morning.
whatever, rapid eye.
That is false. And I know this because I went into a library at school. I put my alarm on for 15 minutes and I took a nap on a couch, like on the, I don't know, third or fourth floor, wherever I was up there in the library. And I dreamed in that 15 minutes. A legit dream. And then the alarm went off and woke me up. I'm like, I, that statement I was told in my psychology class is a lie. It's not just a lie. I don't want to say that, but it's false. I dreamed within 15 seconds of taking a nap. I think that like a lot of stuff that is online or dream doctors don't really have all the a real 100% understanding about dreams. I suspect, and I am theorizing, that yeah, we can have our own dreams, and we can have dreams like Mr. Potato Head that borrows parts and things and movies and stuff like that. But sometimes, some of my dreams have been so unique and too different that it's not anything I've seen before. And then I also believe that possibly us humans, we actually are listening into someone else's dream almost at a telepathic level, maybe. Now, I'm theorizing, I'm not saying I'm certain of this. Or that we're seeing through someone else's eyes through a dream that they're familiar with. Or it might be actually God tapping in our head, like, hey, I need to teach you a lesson about this. Don't do that again. Here's a dream about what not to do. You know?
Yeah. So I had, I'd say, 3 dreams in my life where when I first had the first one was like when I was a little kid. When I had the second one, it was a continuation when I was older. And then I had a third one that was like last one I remember. But they continued from the same spot, and they were pretty realistic. You know, when you wake up and you're like, ooh, you know, like it felt real. But I remember like exactly what went on.
Huh.
Right? So there's a few now it's starting to kind of, I guess, sort of fade, but the one main last one I had was it was a war-torn area, so meaning like Canada or wherever. So it was already all like, you know, military walking around and stuff. I'm sneaking into, I think it was a hospital, and I ended up having to sneak into an elevator, which had facial recognition. I had to rip the machine out of the, like, off the wall, and basically hotwire it so I can get the elevator to go. And when it does, it says somebody's name, so obviously it brings up like the last person's scan. And then as I go up to the floor, um, we proceed to grab medicines, and then as we're escaping, like everybody's coming out. Now, the weird thing was, as I'm out, my brother is there, and he's kind of trying to keep me where I am, like, so he starts trying to talk to me. But then it turns out that he actually rats me out.
Okay.
And I'm like, so the odd of that happening, right? Like, your brother ratting you out. Yeah. Anyways, there's more to them. I just can't really talk about them. They're kind of. But it's weird how they you can have these dreams like so far apart and then have them just kind of like continue.
There's something. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I've had dreams. I have to look at my dreams. I think there's a dream where I murdered somebody. And I was angry at them. I think it might have been my mean family members. I've like, I've actually been asleep in a nap or whatever, and I started yelling at them while I'm asleep, due to get away from me, and I had to fight them and kill them and stuff. I think like that dream might be like really dark, but I think looking back at those dreams, it's like, I have the potential to be that kind of evil person. It's not necessarily evil because they were attacking me, but I could turn into that person, but the dream is kind of like a warning not to be that person. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm never gonna actually kill somebody, but
yeah.
but I'm saying like that there is that
you could do it.
you can do it. I feel optimistic. No, but I mean everybody has like their darker side to them, so none of us are free from that. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
Wait a second.
I sure ears are breaking up.
D-O-N... Wait, how do you spell Donald Trump? D-O-N-A-L-D... Is his middle name John? J-O-H-N? That's 10. D-R-U-M-P. Oh, he's only 15. Sorry. I actually don't think he's the Antichrist. I think that the Antichrist will be very kind and not very kind, but like very like, oh, I'm gonna fix everything. I'm gonna be peaceful. But see, that's the hard thing is because that's the way I am, or good people are and stuff. And then that's when they're gonna turn evil. I think they're gonna supposedly bring world peace and stuff for like 7 years, but after the 7 years, the last 8 years, the 8th year, we'll declare war on everything and everyone, whatever. Let's see here. I don't want to burn in sulfur. No. Repeated. But you know which Bible I like to read is Schofield's version. There's all these different King James and King James. I like Schofield. I mean, at least from my understanding, it's actually directly translated from the ancient Judaic. I mean, King James version, I think, is added for New Testament, but the Old Testament is actually straight translation from the Judaic version. Yeah. Oh, judge. I saw the souls of those who have been beheaded. You know who I really fear for? Are people like, I'd be scared to be them. I mean, I actually have to be careful with that. I can't say who's going to heaven and hell. No human actually has that right. But I mean, there are certain people that I'm like, dude, aren't you scared? Maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Like that guy, Kenneth Copeland. You know that guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
That raises millions and mega church of tens of thousands. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It doesn't look good. Or like, what is it called? Anyone worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on their forehead or on their hand, they too will drink from the wine of God's fury, which has been poured full strength into the cup of wrath. They will be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb. Ugh, I don't even know what that means. It just sounds all bad. It also forced all people, great, small, rich, and poor. Let me see Schofield's Bible version. Cause it's funny, like in Schofield, because it's trying to be so precise to the actual translation. When you read it as 10 Commandments, it says, "Thou shalt not commit murder," versus "Thou shalt not kill." I mean, you still don't want to kill, but I mean, like, if you have to, like, kill someone that's about to murder a baby, I think if you're a police officer, you have to kill them to stop them from killing a baby. That's why I wonder about the original text when it says "Thou shalt not commit murder," meaning murder in an evil intent. Not that it should be okay to go around killing people, but killing and murder are, I mean, they're similar in meaning, but they kind of have a different, like, adjective description. Like, what is the purpose of you killing someone versus murdering someone?
Well, here's a question. you know the definition of abortion? Like, that's pre-birth, meaning, like, not out of the mom yet, right?
The deliberate termination of a human pregnancy, most often performed during the first 28 weeks of pregnancy. I had to look that up. But,
so the definition is pre-birth. That's abortion. Other than that, it's murder, right? So even if it's like, even if I'm not saying this is it's right.
Euthanasia.
I'm not trying to say that, but I'm saying, you know, right up to the very moment of birth, if say something happens and they end up having to, you know, take the baby or the fetus's life or baby or whatever inside there, right? That would be still considered abortion because it's not out of the mom yet, right?
Yeah, but what if it's born without a brain?
So now, when you hear people talk about abortion being after birth, I don't get how people are like, oh yeah, that sounds right. That would be murder, right? As soon as the baby's born, it's now considered to be its own entity, its own person, right? So I don't get how these mega people are saying, oh, right up, doctors are taking out babies, like actual, like having.
Oh yeah, that doesn't actually
and they're
happen.
putting the baby aside and then figuring out what to do with them if they want to.
And then kill it. Yeah.
Kill it.
That whole thing of them
like,
saying us killing babies after birth, like where? It's illegal. You can't do that anywhere.
That's murder.
Has that ever happened? Yeah, there's been moms who killed their babies after birth. But...
Yeah, but they're saying doctors are approving it, like, so they're like basically, oh,
there isn't. They're not.
There you go. No, if, as you said, if the baby was born without a brain, if it was so disformed that it couldn't function,
it's suffering. It's like
right. If it's if it's like, you know, basically it's born screaming.
Yeah, there's been instances where they make that baby, not that they're missing their brain, but it's like lungs weren't developed and they're like gasping for the air and like, no, you gotta wait for it to die and give it birth. It's like, it's torture. It's horrible.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the.
I mean, they might as well move on to what about miscarriage?
On
who do you blame for miscarriage? Oh, it was the mom. She killed it with her body.
Obviously, wanted it dead, yeah. So here's my belief. My belief is I would rather, if possible, that the woman has the baby and then is able to adopt that baby out if they don't want to keep it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm pro-life, but that's I'm not going to force people to...
Now, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say now. It's because that's my kind of personal. As I said, I'd rather. I'm not saying that's the only way. I'm not like, oh, they have to have their kid. I don't believe that they always have to have a kid. My view is it is tough for a person to have a kid and then give that up, right? So meaning, like, if you force a person to have the kid and then yank that kid from their arms and then send them to some rich family or whatever and say, oh, it's better for the baby, that is traumatizing to the mother. And basically the baby too, because they say that the baby needs that first connection with the mom. So it's tough.
Depends on the mom. Like, I consider
it's hard on the person. You've got hormones, you've got bonding things that are going on, and then to say, well, I want that kid to be adopted if you can't have it. Well, that's a very hard thing to do, is have a child ripped from your arms and given to somebody else.
Like, so, Mega, are you still... Let me ask, Mega, are you still awake?
Barely.
Oh, sorry. I kind of consider... Oh, I was bringing up... I hope that's not... if that's okay, I was going to bring up... I always considered Megadeth and Karen pretty much saved that one baby from being killed or whatever.
No, I agree. I mean, as I said, my belief
That person
would
would
be
have sold that baby for some coke or something.
Yeah.
By the sound of it.
You stop barking around. But anyways, I'm not. As I said, it's So I'm kind of, how do you say, on both sides. I mean, if a woman physically can't have a baby because of emotional issues, physical issues, you know, like even if, I guess it comes down to their full choice, meaning like even if they were just like, I don't want to be pregnant, they don't have to be. But my view is that's their right to control that part of their body, right? So I mean, I see the pro-life and I see the
It basically should be their choice. It's about being their choice. Like, and I don't want to say, oh yeah, well God did it. You know, like I don't want to. I have no right to say the pro-choice or the abortion.